Première rencontre avec Tanino Liberatore.
Yeah,
Gil Chaya, qui nous arrive de Suisse pour visiter Paris.
Nice building, huh? Yeah. So, tourists in Paris in the taxi. So you want to know, I met Mr. El Maestro Tanino Liberatore. See? I was in New York in 1980, and reading comics like every kid and stuff. I came back to Geneva, and in Europe they have heavy metal, stuff like that, and you have about 4 pages inside of a story. So you need like almost a year to get the whole book, basically. So every different artist put 4 pages, every month. So I bought L'Echo des Savants, wasn't heavy metal, it was another one. I opened the page and I saw 4 pages of Ranxerox from the middle of the first book, the story. And I never thought about collecting art or comics or whatever. I saw that stuff, I said, I have to buy it. The next day I went to Paris. I went to the first to buy an original. I went to the first comic book store, was called Album, and I said, do you have any Liberator drawings? And they said, it was right on the wall, the cover of the first cover he did for that magazine, where when you see Ranxerox in Fred Astaire. And I said, I want to meet the guy. So I told the guy, it's not signed. Do you have his number? He said, well, he's just next door doing signing books. So I went there with everybody was going there with pages and stuff, and I go there with the original. So you go, oh, that's a good piece. I said, yeah, that's a good piece. I said, can you sign it, please? And he said, yeah, sure. I said, can I have your number? And he goes, no. And I said, I see you're using calligraphic Japanese pens. He said, no, I'm using a brush. I said, they have these amazing pens in Japan, calligraphy, which are rubber instead of hair. And he said, oh, really? So he gave me his number right away and said, next time you come to Paris, you call me right away. So I went to Japan. I bought about 50 different types, and also electrical erasers and stuff like that. I called him, I said I was in Paris. He said, come over right away, stay with me. He spent 5 hours trying every pen, everything. He said, this is amazing, I never seen anything like that. And he has the best line in the world, and that's how we became best friends.
So basically, this is the story of how you met Tanino Liberatore.
Yeah.
The first time you met him, it's because you bought an original from him, right?
No, not from him, from Album.
From a bookstore. Then you went and you asked him to sign it for you.
Yeah.
And I think we should tell people that Tanino Liberatore doesn't use acrylic or color inks and stuff like that. He just uses markers and pens, basically, right? And pencils.
Which is a difficult work.
And that's why you told him you would buy him stuff from Tokyo, because they had the best stuff at the time. And that's how you became friends, right?
Yeah. But the thing is, not only we became friends, we became best friends.
Best buddies.
I mean, I used to stay with him.
That was
time.
like what, 30 years ago?
That was 1982, about 81, 82. I used to come every weekend here, stay with him. I used to go to the Bain Douche, and it was the beginning of Canal Plus, the TV channel.
Tell us about the craziest anecdote, craziest story you had
with Tanino?
With Liberatore.
Well, a million of them. 1 million of them, I don't know. I couldn't start. First of all, this guy is completely insane. He only screams. So when he used to drive,
all the time.
He used to drive. He was insulted. E vaffanculo, stronzo, ti rompe le balle, che cazzo, che sto assassinato. E vaffanculo, tu mi rompe le balle, coglione, poca madonna, etc., etc. 24 hours. I learned it with the accent. E sto cazzo, tu mi rompe le balle, vaffanculo, stronzo, vaffanculo, stronzo. That's who's the accent from where it comes from. Anyways, don't repeat that stuff. It's not very good. And that was the beginning of Canal Plus, and all the creative people like Chabat, you know, Alain Chabat, and De Greff, and
Jean-Pierre Jeunet,
who did heavy metal, and Lescure was the owner of Canal Plus, who was going out with Catherine Deneuve. Then we used to go out and dinner with her, and I used to, my tongue used to go. She was a beauty then, talking in those days, and she was a really cool group of guys, really smart guys, really smart guys, and also the whole group of artists that were there at the time was a very tight group of artists. They were friends. We used to go out for dinner. Half of them were junkies, the other half were alcoholics. It was really funny.
Alcoholics and junkies.
Yeah, that was the time. You know, everybody was doing it in those days. So it was pretty wild, especially going to the Bain Douche and stuff over there in that club.
Well, that's interesting. You'll tell us about the Bain Douche in the part 2, because we're gonna end this part right here.
Why?
Because there's low battery on your phone right now.
Okay,
so we'll get back to you.
Take care, guys.
All right.
Next time I'll talk, I met Joe Coleman.
Let's not forget that. Okay, no problem. See you guys.